Hello everybody, here for a vlog update. There has been a lot going on. Don't pay attention to the mess behind me. I'm trying to figure out my system setup. But I just got a new mic, which is great. Maybe I can do some ASMR. But here to update on what's been going on with my prints. I got all my prints. They were super beautiful, but once I got them to the framers, I realized, or rather the framers pointed out that all of them were dented, which sucks. And they, I learned a lot from them. So they kind of gave me a little bit more insight about, pricing my pieces, how I should go about selling my pieces, and, just keeping at it. They were really awesome. And, they also told me that I should have printed them on metal prints instead of metallic pearl paper that would have had the same effect but less fragile. So if you're trying to figure out how to print something, similar to how my art looks, or maybe something that's a little bit more like pop in color type stuff, probably experiment with metal prints. I think that's how I'm going to be printing my stuff from now on. It just seems like it would be better than printing it on paper and then having to get it framed. It's more cost effective. Plus, most of the time, people that buy your prints, they're going to change the frame anyways. So, when you factor in $400, $400 to $500 a frame per print, that already costs quite a bit of money to get printed. The costs add up, so it's a little bit more cost effective and cost friendly maybe to do a little bit more research on how to print your shit out. So that's something that I learned, which was very enlightening. But the thing is, and the thing that I've come to realize, is that a lot of this shit that I'm learning, all of these hurdles that I'm going through, nobody told me. Nobody, and that's kind of what I dislike about the art community. It's like you can ask a million questions, but if you don't ask it in a specific way, nobody's going to answer you, and then you're going to have to figure it out anyways, which really sucks. And it's because every artist has been in the newbie position before. Like, we've all been there, where it's like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We didn't know how to price our shit out. We didn't know how we were going to fucking sell shit. It's a bunch of stuff that happens during this process that's really eye-opening. And it's just like, I want to be different in that aspect of the art community. It's just like, this isn't like a fucking popularity club. This is an all-inclusive club. Like, if you have a question and I have the answer to it, then guess what? I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you probably more than you were expecting when it came to an answer. One, because I talk a lot. Two, because I don't want you to struggle the way I did when it came to shelling out all this money and still being like a step to 10 back. So in terms of progress for my art show, I'm a little bit back. The printing company did tell me that they were going to reprint them, and they were going to be ready by July 7th, which is great. Yay. But I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get framed, or for the frames to be made, because I need to cut costs when it came to framing, and because I printed them in a specific way. I'm going to have to put them in the frames myself, which is not the worst thing in the world. They're like regular frames. It's just that the prints are huge. So I need a spot to lay out my stuff and put it in. I need to find a way to protect the glass, because if the glass breaks, then all hell is, the prints will be ruined. So it's just a matter of keeping them safe and until they're supposed to be hung. Because my largest one is almost my height, that kind of presents more problems. So that's kind of where I'm at now. And I got my website up. So my website is officially up. I got my new business cards printed out. I also am getting my certificate of authenticity that's coming. So with each, And again, this is another thing that nobody fucking tells you. And it's just like, when you look up how to sell your prints, nowhere does it say like, oh, you should probably have a certificate of authenticity to show that you gave them this specific piece. So the certificate of authenticity is something that nobody, and see, I don't even think my dad, like, I mean, he did know. He's very intentional when he asks questions. But, you know, he was just like, how are you going to prove that the pieces that you're giving to these people or selling to these people are really your pieces? How are you going to tell that they're, you know, originals? And it's just like, ooh, good point. So certificate of authenticity is something that you definitely need when selling your pieces, to prove like, you know, I printed these, this is the dimension they were printed on, this is the type of paper they were printed on, and it gives people more concrete evidence that's like, yes, I own this, this is what it was printed on, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit more, I don't know, just it's so nobody steals your shit. When you're doing digital art like me, it's so easy for somebody to just screen grab your shit. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I can't really say much else about that apart from I'm stressed, but I'm also very excited. So those are the only updates that I have so far. I'm just trying to keep my wits about me, trying to, you know, stay clean. Which isn't working that well so far because my bed is a mess, but it's okay. Messes can be cleaned up, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated, but that's all I have so far. Bye guys.